Good morning and welcome back to another Delgado RANTS. Yours truly, Joe Delgado, Indestructible Me. Thank you for joining. Thank you for coming along so we can help you become indestructible. Today's word, experience. Hopefully you have experience. And what is your experiences? What's your belief or idea of experiences? I think it's the best way to learn is to understand and learn about other people's experiences. But the definition is practical contact with an observation of facts or events. Old French from Latin experientia or experia is try. So just try. I like that. Why are we overcomplicating that? Just try. Experience is try, effort. What's your thoughts on experience? Is it, it's what I'm thinking of, or when I envision experience, like I need experience of this, is doing something over and over again. So like actually living it and feeling it and touching it, breathing it. So how do you accelerate experience? How do you get and acquire that? Well, you just got it's showing up, working. Learn by doing is a good way of experience. You have no idea, especially entrepreneurs, people that are just starting a job. Maybe you're younger, you're trying to figure things out. What you need to do is stop restricting yourself and stop holding back, because that is going to bottleneck experience. You need to jump in, explore the world around you, whatever it may be, a new job, relationship. You got to get that experience, right? You got to be able to essentially build your resume. How are you building your resume? You want to buy a home, and there's a ton of different things that you could be doing to kind of understand the roadblocks that you're going to be having, the process, who you need to talk to, how do you need to talk to them. And nothing is going to prepare you, or nothing is not going to prepare you any more other than just putting yourself out there and doing it. Like, I wanted to buy a house, my first house I wanted to buy, I had to go. I just was like, you know what, I'm just going to go to the bank and have them run my numbers. There you go. See if I can get approved. And then they pulled my credit report and gave it to me and be like, hey, you have an issue. And I found out more information. I had a different experience. So now I have this knowledge that's in my wheelhouse that I have in me. And I can share that with you. I found out that a company just attached a bad account with my credit report because it was someone with a similar name, lived in the roundabout area of the country, and had a similar social. So they just assumed that they were me. So they took all of this collection account and put it on my account. And that's why we got to do free credit report. You do that for free, and then boom, you get those things expunged, which I did, and literally it was taken off my record that night. But your credit score doesn't immediately go back up. I had to build it. So you got to just jump in and start doing. And you could do this in a myriad of different ways, experience. You could role play with yourself in conversations. And nothing is going to 100% fully prepare you for the actual event. Like if you are going to try to have a bad conversation, tough conversation with maybe a spouse, loved one, maybe it's an employee, coworker, friend, family member, nothing's gonna, because you're always gonna get that out of left field punch in the face that you weren't expecting for, but then that adds to your experience. So you gotta practice. Like, what do you do in your alone time is crucial, and that's why being alone is super imperative. I'm a huge advocate for people, for us to be alone, not sheltered, and not to avoid all human contact whatsoever, and not just being a recluse and hiding behind a computer screen. I'm talking about being able to have time each day where you're working on yourself and you're becoming selfish for you. You're looking for ways to improve your life, and you're working on those and building experience. So I'm a huge advocate for being alone. I mean, that's what's drastically, every time I've separated and pushed people away, especially people that are not working on common goals, common areas, common direction, because at the end of the day, they're anchors, because they're going to be selfish as well. I talked about this in other episodes, but they're going to be trying to pull you in different directions. So you got to be alone, and you got to find time each day to be alone, and not use that as anxiety. You fill that time. Be very productive with your alone time. How do you gain experience by being alone? Literally practical contact with and observation, or facts, or events. Facts. So you literally are getting information, you're learning, you're studying, maybe you're watching programs. Again, if you're a high anxious person and you're having issues, it's tough for you to actually be alone. If you add things and you're extremely productive when you are alone, you won't even think about it. And I know that's going to be difficult. I know that's a difficult concept to have, but it's true. And then you'll be able to work on other things, maybe meditate or yoga or whatever, exercise. Whatever it may be. Maybe you get a dog or a cat, and that helps you out in the beginning, so you can start to, peel back and build facts, observations. Nothing's going to help you any more than other than just doing. That builds cold, hard facts. Like, if you're starting a company, you're going to spend a majority of the beginning, the initial steps of learning. You're going to be slow. You're going to be pivoting nonstop. And your vision, we talk about planning. I get the whole plan aspect, but I don't know. I'm not a firm believer in it. Because you sit there and you plan, you get your little pen and paper out, your notebook, and you write down a plan, and then boom, you get punched in the face by something, an event that you weren't preparing for. You didn't know. No matter how much books you're reading and all these other things, that's why you just need to jump in and get the experience. I'm not telling you not to obviously read and all these other things, but you need to start doing. And the hardest part, especially in the beginning, is pivoting, picking yourself up off the ground and learning through all of that. So you got to start practicing that mantra. You got to start bending over backwards and looking at other areas of how to accomplish goals and targets, and how to get the same target done, in a different way, a different fashion. So you need to have this concept of just plunging in, taking time out of the equation, eating that frog. Brian Tracy, I recommend listening to that book. But we all got to eat a frog. Eat the meanest, greenest, disgusting, biggest one. Because the more you put that off, the less likely you're not going to do it. I talked about this on an episode for willpower. It's a concept that we have in our brains. So the more time you put in a situation, the less experience you're going to get, because you're not going to do it. and you're gonna learn less. You people, this whole the idea of planning, putting plan on there, sitting there, and again, I'm not actually trying to knock planning itself. You gotta plan, absolutely, but you got to reinsert and reinvest that planning with doing. It has to be coincide, because once you start gaining experiences and you're gaining experience, you go back to that drawing board and then you replan, you restructure. So planning is constant, right? But when you sit there and you're just writing out the plan and then you keep on creating plans and you don't do and all that, then you never get that experience. You have to get very comfortable on being agile at GLI or the Christmas Story. But it's try. You have to try. You get these observations, these facts from events that are from trying. That's not an arrow. I don't know what that is. Find me on Twitter, Indestructible Me. Don't know how to draw arrows. Delgado RANTS. But you gotta try. You won't know how to actually write a plan if you don't actually try to write down a plan. And then you will start to figure out what works, what doesn't work, what I need to learn, what I'm lacking, what I'm too scared to do, what I need to fix, what I need to alter, how do I get better, how do I move things so I can be more productive. Engage in self-discovery. Spoiler alert, it's an episode. You gotta learn by doing. Just do the work. Nike. Just do the work. Do the process. Plan, experience, go back to hand in hand. They go back and forth. You plan, you do. You plan, you do. You rewrite the plan, you do. You're continuously evolving throughout this process, and you're getting stronger, leaner, meaner. Nothing can punch you in the face. You're becoming indestructible because you're following me, right? And you're following our company, and you enjoy what we're doing, you're embracing it, and you want to be part of the solution, not the problem. And that's what we're doing. Hope this helps. Let me know if there's something that you want me to talk about and see what my point of view and what my sights are. I'm intrigued. Put it in the comments below. Let me know. I hope this helps you. Share this to someone else that does need help. Let's change the world. We change the mind. Thank you for tuning in, and always be great.